Hi, it's Dallin Stringham, and I'm here to talk again about the speed of trust. So, just jumping into things. I ended up talking to my mom about the four cores of credibility. She's one of my favorite people on this earth. I love her so much. And so I was like, hey, she'd be an awesome one to trust. And so it was kind of a fun conversation because I told her about like the capabilities tree of credibility and kind of how it all works. And it reminded her a lot about like, she's like, that's a good analogy for trust. And she really dived into talking about trust when it comes to like as a parent. And she was like, like for example, like when you're teaching your kids how to use technology and stuff like that, it takes a lot of trust. It takes a lot of work. And it kind of relates into those trust dividends of like, okay, like we're trying something new. I'm going to give you these opportunities with boundaries, of course, and we're going to see like how this goes. And they had me, of course, and they have one right now who's a teenager, my brother Tyler. And so she's kind of like, yeah, so we're working with him on that. And she's like, like it, and if that trust is broken, it's really important that you take a step back, and it's just you can't do the same things that you did that you were trying out again. And so it's definitely interesting because like on a very family level, which we all have, relates very much to a business level, which I really like, and it goes back to that like um, I don't want to call it like a give and take system, but in a way, trust kind of is, which goes back to the intent and the capabilities and the results, and it ties into the results because in the end of the day, what's happening. I really like that, and she was also saying like in a marriage, you especially need trust that like this person is doing the best for our marriage and our family that they can, and so that was a really unique thing to think about, just tying those business principles into to personal principles and personal life. And yeah, I really just liked overall though, like when it comes to like my personal thoughts in chapter four, I really like the what are results, like the two questions: what are the results I'm getting, and how am I getting them? And I think that really goes back to in one of my favorite, well, the books from accounts management, actions, objectives, and results, the ARR acronym, from Cracking the Sales Code Management. Like those are pretty much exactly those two, like actions and results. Like what are the actions that I'm taking, and what are the results that I'm getting? And it can be really easy to get into the motion of everyday stuff, but when you actually track those and you write them down, it has power because it lets you hold, like benchmark stuff. And that's been something I've been working on this semester, is actually like holding myself accountable to getting everything done on time, and working harder in like my calling. And I found that when you can make a checklist or even like write down what you're doing and see how that affects you, it makes a huge difference in your life. So I have loved that so much. But it's been an amazing book so far. I'm excited to continue reading it, and I will keep you updated. Thanks for everything.